Hey, welcome back. In today's episode, it's necessary for us to put on our nostalgia glasses. This is the Onedrop Burnside for 2020, the full review. I wouldn't have it any other way. Originally released in 2011, the Burnside now sees itself as part of the Hindsight series, the first of which was a downbeat for 2020, which was released in April of last year. And I must admit, I've always wanted a Burnside. They don't show up on the BST that often, and when they do, usually my pockets have already emptied. And what we have here is a classic H design. Some nice vibrant colors. The price hovers at $79 for the splashes and $59 for our solids. Check it out. There are a lot of options. But regarding the Burnside, you can tell immediately which one you're dealing with because the older ones have that Burnside engraving. I'm a little disappointed that these newer ones don't. Other changes include a material change to 7075 aluminum, and the axle is not as exposed as it was in the original. But aside from that, the dimensions, width, diameter, angles, and lines are pretty much the same. And let me tell you, this thing pops in broad daylight. Look at that shine. Some H-shaped contemporaries include the Yoyos, the Eternal Throes Sesh, the Omega Glide, and finally, the Mile Surveillance. H yo-yos are known for their stability and their power because they push a lot of weight to the rims. So when it comes to the lack of an engraving, I don't talk about it, I be about it. And as to why, well, I only got one thing to say.
Sometimes you have to roll the hard six.
Well, the freighters are yours. Good hunting, everyone.
I know the yo-yo community is split on engravings. As long as it's modest, I'm okay with it. But we'll talk about that later. Let's check the stats. So, Onedrop was able to drop almost 3 grams off the weight while keeping the size and dimensions. Not bad. Yeah, I have to admit that my engraver did go a little overboard, but I love the look of this thing with that engraving. It has charm now. And this is what it looks like spinning. Not too out of the way, and I don't do grinds on the rim, so that's not a bad situation. And how does it play? Well, I found the yo-yo a little heavier than I anticipated, and that's easily overcome through use. This plays like those late 2000s, early 2010s you remember. Now at release, this was considered oversized, but by today's standards, it's only slightly oversized. This is my first time dealing with the pyramid finish, and I have to admit, I do like it a lot. Now, as far as the yo-yo is concerned, it plays a bit thin, which is noticeable on a bad throw. So, don't throw it badly. But other than that, you shouldn't have too much of a problem. This is a very, very, very nice yo-yo, and I'm glad I got it in my collection. All in all, I'm glad Onedrop released this yo-yo, because I, personally, have been looking for one of these for a very long time. So it's nice to see. Good looking out, OD. But did you notice that trick at the end? Well, it's time to bust out the tutorial. We have a brand new trick, or more accurately, a brand new variation on an established trick, the plastic whip. The name, we calling it plastic Cool Whip. We had thought about like Aiden's Revenge or plastic whip with a little Seth sauce, but plastic Cool Whip rolls off the tongue a little better. And as mentioned, it's a variation on an established trick. So here's what it looks like. You do your plastic whip, and instead of doing a one-handed bind, you follow it up with a couple of rotations. We got a couple of different angles on here, so I'm going to slow it down for the full breakdown. The plastic whip is one of those early tricks that you learn when you first start getting into unresponsive play. And as you see, just give a couple of rotations. Outside your arm, then inside. That'll keep it from tangling. Perform your plastic whip as normal, and then swing the yo-yo away from you and to the outside, then to the inside. All the action is in the elbow, so you want to keep that yo-yo itself in the same plane as much as possible. And commit, meaning really spin that yo-yo with a little force, because you want the weight of the yo-yo to hold the formation. We'll slow it way down for this one, so get a good look. Just a note of caution. You may want to pinch the string between your thumb and hand while you're doing the rotations, and then let it go so that you can do your bind. Not too bad, and it's not too difficult, so go out there and do it. Practice. And of course, the yo-yo used was the Burnside for 2020. Solid yo-yo, and I'm glad they did this re-release, because I was fiending for one. And next time, which will be in a few minutes, we're going to consider something very big in the micro space. Well, that is it. This has been the Onedrop Burnside 2020 yo-yo review. Comment below if you think the engravings was a bit much. And let me know what you think about that tutorial. I'm Simply Mike, and I will catch you guys in the next video, which will be real soon. Peace.